Welcome to this explainer. Okay, if you've ever looked at your Amazon Seller Central dashboard and just scratched your head over missing funds or weird balance shifts, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're going to completely demystify a very common source of seller anxiety, Amazon's negative balance adjustment policy between your electronic and cash-on-delivery transactions. We're going to break down exactly what happens to your money, step by step, so it makes total sense.
Section 1. Simple example. 2 wallets and how it works.
Okay, let's dive into this. Before we get totally bogged down in Amazon's specific accounting jargon, let's ground this whole concept in a super everyday analogy. Think about it. What if one of your wallets has debt? Like, say you owe a friend some money, and your other wallet is literally stuffed with cash. How would you logically handle that?
Right, so picture this. Let's say wallet 1 is sitting there with a debt of 500 rupees. It's in the negative. But wallet 2, it's sitting pretty with a positive cash balance of 2,000 rupees. Now, instead of running to the bank to withdraw 500 rupees just to clear that first debt, you'd obviously just take 500 rupees out of the cash you already have in the second wallet, right? Just makes sense.
Exactly. By doing that simple bit of math, you leave one wallet completely clean. Wallet 1 is now perfectly at 0. The debt is gone. And wallet 2 simply updates to show your remaining positive balance, which is 1,500 rupees. You see, you haven't lost any overall wealth at all. You've just internally balanced your accounts. Definitely keep this idea in mind because this is exactly how Amazon operates.
Section 2. What are electronic and COD? Basically, the 2 Amazon wallets.
So let's see how this actually builds on your seller account. That first wallet, that's for electronic transactions. These represent the orders where your customer pays online upfront. We're talking payments made using UPI, credit cards, debit cards, net banking, or Amazon Pay. Just think of this as your purely digital wallet.
And then you have your second wallet, which is for COD, or cash-on-delivery transactions. These are simply the orders where the customer hands over physical cash or does a quick UPI scan at the exact moment the package arrives at their door. So you've got your electronic wallet and your COD wallet. Simple enough, right? Okay, now that we have our setup, let's look at some real-world math puzzles.
Section 3. Examples of balance adjustment. Let's see this in action.
I really want you to see exactly how Amazon handles these balances in real time. Let's run through a quick rapid-fire scenario. Let's look at a starting state. Let's say at the end of a settlement cycle, your electronic account is sitting at a negative 100 rupees. Maybe this is from a recent refund or, an unexpected Amazon fee. But your code account had a great run and is sitting at a positive 300 rupees. If you look at what happens next, you'll see Amazon automatically takes 100 rupees from your positive code account to offset that electronic debt. Boom! You're left with 0 debt in electronic and a clean 200 rupees in code.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how seamless the system really is, even when the numbers start getting bigger. In this second example, you've got a slightly heavier debt in the electronic account, negative 500 rupees. But hey, you also have 1,500 rupees in your COD account. The math effortlessly zeroes out that 500 rupee debt by pulling it directly from the 1,500. So your final balance? A perfectly clean 0 in electronic and a very healthy 1,000 rupees ready to be paid out from your COD side.
But wait, does it only work one way? Absolutely not. This policy works perfectly in reverse too. Notice how, this time, the electronic wallet is the one in the positive, holding 800 rupees, while the COD wallet has a negative 250 rupee balance. Well, Amazon just flips the script. It automatically uses your positive electronic funds to completely wipe out the negative COD balance. You walk away with 550 rupees in your electronic account and 0 debt in COD. Pretty neat, right?
Now hold on just a second, because we do have to break the pattern here. There is one strict rule breaker scenario you absolutely need to be aware of. When will Amazon simply look at your accounts and say, nope, no adjustment? Well, it's simple. You cannot pay a debt with more debt.
Let's see what that actually looks like in the data. Notice how in this starting scenario, both accounts are actually in the red. Your electronic account is at negative 400 rupees and your COD account is at negative 600 rupees. Because both accounts are operating at a negative balance, Amazon leaves them exactly as they are. There's literally no positive money to pull from anywhere, so the final balances remain exactly the same. No offset is performed whatsoever.
Section 4. When and where? Let's talk logistics.
So you understand the math now, but exactly when does this automated process actually happen? Follow this timeline with me. Number 1, your settlement cycle starts. Number 2, for the next several days, let's just say days 1 through 6, your orders accumulate and your balances are naturally going up and down continuously.
Number 3, the cycle ends. It's really important to note that it is only at the very end of every single settlement cycle, like on day 7, that Amazon automatically checks your final balances and performs this adjustment. You don't have to click a single button. The system does the whole shebang right at the finish line.
But where do you actually verify it? Because you always want to track this stuff to make sure your bookkeeping is 100% accurate. You can find these exact offsets listed in a few key places. Check your payments dashboard, your transaction view, and actually, keep a really close eye out here because it will be explicitly labeled as a debt adjustment. You can also see the final adjusted math in your standard settlement reports and your date range reports.
Section 5. Why do this? The benefits.
So the crucial point is, look, it might feel a little jarring at first to see funds magically moving between your accounts automatically, but why does Amazon even bother doing this? Well, think about the alternative. The absolute biggest benefit here is that it proactively saves you from having to manually wire money to Amazon just to cover small, annoying debts. Instead of sending you a separate out-of-pocket payment request for, say, a negative 100 rupees, they efficiently balance it against your successful CAD sales. It basically keeps your overall account balance clear, simple, and just infinitely easier to manage day to day.
Which brings us to the end of our breakdown, and it leaves me with one final question for you. Have you checked the debt adjustment line item in your last settlement report? Seriously, I encourage you to immediately open up Amazon Seller Central, pull up your latest report, and apply exactly what we've talked about in this explainer. Because honestly, understanding the exact flow of your money, that is the absolute ultimate key to confidently growing your business. Thanks for hanging out with me, and keep selling.